and welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a meal plan prep with you guys today, and I had thought about waiting until Friday to do this video, but I need to eat this week, and I didn't want to show you my groceries. That video was actually supposed to come out on Saturday, but I fell asleep while I was uploading, so it came out this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and send you my meal prep. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of diet you're on. If you don't plan, it's hard to be successful. And so I plan each week. And what I did was I made a list of my meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I made my little grocery list. And then I planned for, let me put my glasses on. I planned for my snacks. And then I wrote a little summary for the week, how it went. And then, so I did Monday through Sunday. And then on the back, I can journal about any problems I have. So, what I do is, I go by the list. You saw my groceries I bought. Except I left off, I bought 5 dozen eggs from Walmart yesterday. I buy the big box of eggs, and they last all week. And I usually eat most of them for the week. So, we're going to get started doing some planning here. Now, the first thing I do is go ahead and get my snacks out of the way. Sorry about that. So, I go ahead and get my snacks out of the way, and I get some of the easier stuff out of the way. So, I'm going to put you down here, and you can see what I do. Okay, so first thing I did, I boiled a whole bunch of eggs, and I didn't think you need to see me do that. So I boiled 3, 6, 9 eggs. A couple of them messed up because they were brand new eggs. Let me give you a tip. Older eggs boil better, and they boil better if they're at room temperature. It's not going to kill you to let your eggs come to room temp, I promise. And then put them in cold water. Start the burner, leave it on high, come to a rapid boil, and then turn the burner off, put a lid on it, and let it sit 10 minutes. And you will have perfect boiled eggs without no green yucky centers. So what I do in my boiled eggs, now these are some of these are for snack. And I just put a couple of them in a container. This would be like one-day snacks. And I use a lot of these containers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and they're really handy. So that's a day's worth of snacking. Now, some of these eggs I will be saving for a salad. Oops. Drop the cup. At least the lid's on it. And, let's see. So, those are 2 days worth of snacks that I have right there. And then these are going to be for salad and my tuna salad. So I'm just going to put those out of the way for right now. And then this is just an extra little cup in case we need it. Then I love these Wisp. Now they're very low carb. It is 1 carb for 23 crisps. And even if I ate the whole bag, it would be too much. However, the thing is, I don't need to eat the whole bag because that's 320 calories. Now I don't always count calories on this diet. I do like to be mindful of it. So I just kind of split the bag. You know, I don't go through and count each individual ones. I just sort of eyeball it. And I put these in little baggies. Because it's only 2 servings per bag. So that looks about like half. And then I'll zip these up. And then I'll leave the rest of these in a bag. I'm just going to leave them in the bag because it does have a zip top thing on there. Okay, so that is some of my snacks out of the way. Okay, so I had to go grab a cutting board. Now, I do usually eat a wedge of cheese, maybe with one of my eggs. And these are great snacks if you just get hungry, which I'll be honest with you, I don't usually get that hungry if I'm staying on my plan and being a good girl and eating right. I don't usually get hungry at all. Whoops. Ooh, crickets. But I cut up some cheese slices. Now, I'm pretty good at guessing about 1 ounce of cheese, which is about maybe like that. maybe a little more or less, but I just usually cut up several slices. Okay, and then I just stick them in a little container. So that was about half of that. And stick that to the side. Then have one of these little cups. I'm going to be having some stuffed burgers this week. So I'm going to shred the rest of this cheese. And it's going to go inside the burgers. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. So we'll be a step ahead. Okay, that is done. So I'm just going to take my cheese and place it in a container. And that is one little piece of prep that I don't have to do when I get ready to make my stuffed burgers. So that will be going into the fridge. And this will be out of the way. So usually on Sunday nights, I do try to get prepped with everything. Got a new mat here, just to lay food on. And I have some provolone and some roast beef. Now, I eat roast beef roll-ups for lunch at times. I have this little flat container. This was actually a sandwich meat container. And so I get it this way from the deli so I can order exactly what I want. I know how many times I'm going to eat roll-ups for lunch. And then I get provolone. So this week I got 6 slices of roast beef and 6 slices of provolone. So all I'm going to do is take my provolone, place it in the middle of my roast beef. It's so hard, y'all. And roll it up. And then place it in my little container. And then when I get ready for lunch, it is already done. And I just have to grab it. Now, I will eat this maybe with a little garden salad. But most of the time, that's all I eat. Because quite honestly, after I eat a big breakfast, I'm usually full. And so I don't really need a big lunch. And this is just a quick pick-me-up. And if I do get hungry, then I can just grab one of my eggs and eat that. And I will tell you, if you go to Walmart and buy roast beef, they have several different kinds. And some of it is quite expensive. But their own brand, which is called Best, for me, is the best roast beef because I like roast beef on the rarer side. And the Best is usually the rarest. It tastes better to me. And it's a whole heck of a lot cheaper. When I was looking at this, she cut the wrong one for me. And 6 slices of the other kind, I think it was Sara Lee, was over $5. I'm like, oh, excuse me, check please, I don't want that one. So she went back and cut the Best for me. And so it was only $2 and $1.83 for the cheese. So how inexpensive lunch is that? All right, that is 3 days worth of lunch right there. Done. All right, the next thing I did to put together, excuse me, have you ever gotten that proverbial frog in your throat? That's what I just had, a tickle in my throat. The next thing I'm going to put together is my egg salad. Now, this is not hard. Now, I bought a big pack of tuna, and a small pack. The small pack I'm reserving for some salad, like regular salad, because I'm going to make a niche wash salad with black olives and egg and that type of stuff. So, whoops, got some left in there. Can't have it lingering. I'm going to take my fork and break this apart. Okay, to make my egg salad, I like something a little, sharp, tangy in there. I put like a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of dill pickle relish. Now, I know some people, when they make salad, like sweet pickle cubes. I do not like sweet pickle cubes. I like the good old dill flavor. Now, just going to mix that around a little bit. Grab another spoon, because I put pickle juice on my mayonnaise spoon. Now, I don't want to hear anybody say how dangerous this was or anything like that, because my knives aren't that sharp anymore. I put a couple of eggs in my tuna salad. I love eggs in there. I don't care if it's, you know, diced up very small. I just like to put it in there. So I just cut it one way. But see how nice and yellow your eggs are? They don't get that green yucky stuff when you boil them like I do, instead of keeping them at a high boil. Okay. Then we're going to mix that around. Now, I like a little bit of onion in my tuna salad, but you know what? I couldn't find any nice looking onions at the store. They had the sweet yellow onions, but I didn't want the sweet ones because, well, it's sweet. So I'm just going to use a little bit of minced onion in my tuna. And this will continue to soften. The onions will soften up and rehydrate as the, and I'm not putting that much in there. They really shake out slow. As it sits in there, I'm going to put just a little bit of salt. And I'm using sea salt. And I'm going to put some pepper in there. Sometimes I even put hot sauce, but I'm not going to use hot sauce today. And then I'm just going to put a big generous tablespoon of mayonnaise in there. And mix it around. Now I'm having this for lunch. Or even a snack, really. But the longer it sits and congels in the refrigerator, the better it'll be. So when I get ready for lunch, it'll be ready. Y'all know I just licked that fork, right? And it tastes pretty good. I got to get the lids out. Okay. So this is done. Y'all see I'm stacking stuff up around here, because I have a special way that I store all my foods. Alright. So I got most of my snacks done. Now we're moving on to some coleslaw. Now I bought the coleslaw pre-chopped up already. And I'm going to be using it a couple of different ways though. So, before I dump it all in the bowl to make my coleslaw, I am going to take about a cup of it out. Grab another cup. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm going to take a cup, it's about this size, from a Dollar Tree, and I'm going to fill it up, because I am going to have stir fry one night, and that is going to be going in my stir fry. Okay, so that's done. That'll be done. Alright, so then the rest of it I'm going to pour in the bowl for coleslaw. And I'll be eating coleslaw a couple of times. This might be a little bit too big. I mean too small, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more in here. But it will go down in size once I add my mayonnaise and stuff to it, hopefully. Might have to mix it up in a bigger bowl and then transfer it over. Okay, so I decided to put it in a bigger bowl. Alright, so now for my coleslaw, I'm not going to put pickles in it. But I am going to sprinkle some of the minced onions in here. Probably about, you know what, heck with this. Probably about a good tablespoon. And I like to put my dry ingredients in before I add my Add just a little bit of mayonnaise, because salt, because mayonnaise has salt in it. And then I'm going to add some pepper. So I'm going to be eating coleslaw this week with my fish for one night, and with my cheddar batter dogs one night. And then I'm going to be eating it with some pork chops. So it's going to be double duty. So this will last me all week. Let me get my towel and wipe that off, because I am not messing up any more spoons. Alright. So we're just going to add a little bit of mayonnaise in there. And you know what, guys? I don't know if I have any vinegar or not. I completely forgot about that. Well, I don't have any vinegar, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some pickle juice. Because it actually does have vinegar in it. And I don't mind that. Then I'm going to mix this around. Now, you can add more mayonnaise to your taste or whatever. I don't like my coleslaw to be sloppy wet. I mean, I want it to be all mixed, but I don't want it to be so mayonnaisey that, you know, it's just sloppy. There we go. Okay, I think that's looking about right there. Since all incorporated, it's not a sloppy mess. So I'm going to put that back in my container because it'll fit now. All right. Coleslaw done. Okay, coleslaw done. Checked off my list. Woohoo! Alright. So, the next thing I do, I pull my veggies out. I need to get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so the next thing I do is cut up my vegetables. And I'm going to have squash one night for dinner. And now, when I brought these home, I washed them. And I put them back in the bag so I knew they were washed. Okay, so. And then these little containers right here from the Dollar Tree. I love these little containers. They keep everything nice and toasty. I'm just going to cut the ends of them off. Nice and fresh, I mean. Okay. So I'm just going to slice these up. And put them in the container. And I have an extra one if it doesn't all fit in there. And the bigger ones I just take and slice in half. Okay, so I'm done with these, and I just used the bag to put all the little ends in. And these had a couple bad spots in them, so I didn't use all of them. All of it. And this actually does keep it fresh. Now for my green onions, I need to rinse these off because I did not wash these yet. Okay, so my green onions, these are for my stir fry. I'm just going to slice the ends off, put them in the bag. And then the part that gets cooked in my stir fry is the white part. And I save most of the green tops to sprinkle on top of it as garnish. So that is all that's going in my little stir fry. I'm telling you, see, it may seem tedious right now, but doing this, spending a little bit of time, one day a week, prepping, will save you a ton of time. Now, I don't use all these green tops, but I do use some of them. Usually till I get about halfway to the end, and that's enough. And I love these little cups from the Dollar Tree. They are just so awesome. Okay, so that's my leafy green tops. Now, the only thing I have left are mushrooms. Now, mushrooms need to be washed. And I think the ones that you get that are already sliced up, number one, you don't get the best deal for your the value. And you still have to wash them. And if you know anything about mushrooms, know this. Don't run them underwater. When you run them underwater, they get super mushy and tough when you try to cook them. Okay? What you're going to do is take a paper towel, and you're going to clean them off with a paper towel. And you wash all the dirt off. And then I take the core out of mine. I don't like that on there. Okay? And I just drop them in my bowl. And these keep mushrooms nice and fresh. Some of them already have the stems off of them. Now, the bigger baby portobello mushrooms are nice for stuffing. I stuff mine sometimes. I take cream cheese, softened cream cheese, and bacon, and some seasoning. And I make stuffed mushrooms like that, and I bake them in the oven. Okay, mushrooms are all done. So now, the only thing I don't prep is the meat. I mean, I'm not going to cook it ahead of time just because I like it to be hot. Now, what I do, these right here, the non-refrigerated things will go into my cabinet, and I have a little basket in there that I put my snacks in. The big part, I have here coleslaw, my tuna fish, my roast beef roll-ups, my squash. Actually, I'm going to put them on the bottom. My squash and my mushrooms go in here. Then this goes on top. And then I have my cheese, eggs. All get stacked in here. And I have a special place in my refrigerator that these baskets go. So everything is nice and neat in my refrigerator. And that is it, my friends. Now, the only other thing I didn't do was take my pork rinds and put them in a bag. And I put some little stuff in some salsa in a jar. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm going to be using my pork skins to bread my pork chops and some chicken that I'm having for dinner one night. So I want to see how many I have left over first. But that is how I do my meal plan. So everything is prepared. When I get hungry, I just go to here. Everything's pulled out. The only thing I have to do at night is to cook my meat. And for breakfast, crack an egg and cook my breakfast meat. So there you go. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it helps you if you're on diet. And just remember, this can help you whether you're on a diet or not. Planning ahead your meals for the week makes it snappy, snappy, snappy when you need it in a hurry, hurry, hurry. And if you are on a diet, planning your meal ahead, making a plan, organizing your meals and stuff like so will really help you stay on track. Because if you get hungry, you come in here and you grab a snack. It's already prepared for you. Alright guys, so thank you for joining me again, like I said. And if you haven't joined my channel yet, how about do so by hitting that subscribe button down there, and don't forget to tap the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.